With time and experience, life teaches us lessons, usually the hard way. As my 2 daughters were growing up, I wanted to share the secrets of adulthood I'd learned to save them from repeating the mistakes I had made. Some of these insights I'd gained through my own experiences, others I'd gleaned from reflecting on the experiences of others. But even more than sharing my knowledge with my daughters, I wanted to remind myself of what I'd learned. All too often, I found myself rediscovering the same lessons over and over. How many times have I thought, Gretchen, remember, working is one of the most dangerous forms of procrastination. I realized that I needed a collection of these secrets just as much as my daughters did, and I began to keep a list. What secrets of adulthood did I use to help me tackle a difficult decision, or to fight temptation, or calm down, or know myself better, or to change myself when I wanted to change? As this list began to grow, I challenged myself to shape these secrets into the form of the aphorism. For my whole life, I've loved the literary form of the aphorism. An aphorism is a concise statement that contains an expansive truth. Unlike the folk wisdom of proverbs, a stumble may prevent a fall, or you can't push a rope, aphorisms can be attributed to a particular person. Brief and sharp, aphorisms distill big ideas into few words. By saying little, they manage to suggest more. The clarity of their language promotes the clarity of our thinking. As a child, I collected aphorisms in my blank books with blank pages that I filled with quotations illustrated by magazine cuttings. Once I became a writer exploring human nature, my admiration for the form grew, because human nature is the chief subject of the greatest aphorists. In my own work, I explore how we can make our lives happier, healthier, more productive, and more creative, and all the great aphorists tackle those questions. My first book was Power, Money, Fame, Sex, and the aphorists certainly cover those subjects. Over and over, I've found that the right aphorism, invoked at the right time, can help me manage the complexities of life. For instance, when I was trying to decide whether my family should get a dog, the pros and cons list seemed to be equally balanced, and I couldn't make up my mind. Finally, I remembered, choose the bigger life, and the decision became easy. We got a dog. Because of my respect for aphorisms, I'm always searching for more. My bookshelves are crowded with masterpieces of philosophy and literature that are largely collections of aphorisms, such as Confucius's Analects, Lao Tzu's Tao Te Ching, Marcus Aurelius's Meditations, Blaise Pascal's Pensées, and Georg Christoph Lichtenberg's The Waste Books. Some of my favorite writers who excel in aphorisms include Michel de Montaigne, Joseph Joubert, James Baldwin, Heraclitus, Jules Renard, Nicolas Chamfort, William Edward Hartpole Lecky, Oscar Wilde, Warren Buffett, G.K. Chesterton, William Hazlitt, Zora Neale Hurston, Ralph Waldo Emerson, and George Orwell. Over the years, I've collected hundreds of my favorite aphorisms.